each person in this locker room knows and wants to play any team in the country. And as far as I know, we weren't ducking anybody. We're not afraid to play anybody. So I don't know. I just saw it as fake news. We all saw it as fake news because we know that that's just not how it's ran. The BYU's ran here. So
any team, anytime, any place. Many people gave BYU a lot of crap for this tweet they sent out after supposedly backing out of a game against Washington. First and foremost, let me clear the air on this whole situation. BYU wanted to play that game, but they didn't want to wait around for Washington to screw them over a day or two prior to the game. Washington was fully committed to playing Utah, and BYU was just an afterthought for them. Well, that any team, anytime, any place mindset stayed true this week, as BYU will be traveling to South Carolina this weekend to take on the undefeated Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Before we get to today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're a college football fan, this is definitely the place for you. We got wind of this news yesterday that a potential BYU Coastal Carolina game was on the horizon after reported COVID issues going on at Liberty. Several Liberty players and staff members, including star quarterback Malik Willis, tested positive or were quarantined this week because of COVID-19 problems. The Flames, who are currently 9-1 on the season and having a historic year for the program, had still hoped to play this game, but school medical officials would not allow it and paused all team-related activities after Wednesday's test results were returned Thursday morning. With BYU on a bye week and Coastal Carolina all of a sudden on the brink of having a huge matchup canceled, both teams worked together to make a deal happen. BYU, who last played November 21st, had been looking for another opponent over the last few weeks, but have been unsuccessful. The Cougars weren't scheduled to play again until December 12th against San Diego State. BYU and Coastal Carolina both sit at 9-0 on the season and were both ranked this week in the college football playoff rankings. The Cougars came in at number 13 and the Chanticleers came in at number 18. This matchup is truly one unlike we've seen in recent memory, as it is just the third regular season or conference championship game matchup between two 9-0 or better teams since 2000. To make things even better, this game is going to be college game day. Here's what BYU Athletic Director Tom Holmoe said today in a statement. "We're grateful that this game between our two teams could be put together in such a timely fashion. It's good to have a partner like ESPN that can help put together such a meaningful game at this point of the season." Coastal Carolina was Liberty's last scheduled regular season game. The Flames, competing as an independent, had an historic season and still hope to play in a bowl game this year. Their 8-0 start was the best in school history under second-year head coach Hugh Freeze, and they were also ranked in the AP Top 25 poll for the first time in school history. They're number 25 in the poll this week, and they own 2 wins over ACC opponents. Their only loss was a 1-point defeat to North Carolina State, in which a last-second field goal attempt was blocked. Coastal Carolina had already clinched a berth in the Sun Belt Conference Championship game on December 19th and will face Louisiana. Coastal Carolina, led by second-year head coach Jamie Chadwell, beat Louisiana by 3 points earlier in the season on the road and is off to its best start in school history in only its 4th full season as an FBS member. The other day I posted a video given the history of Coastal Carolina and their football program and how they've ascended over the last 2 decades. They started out at the FCS level but worked their way up to the FBS, as this is only their 4th FBS season so far. So if you'd like to see that video, it's a great one. I will post the link to that in the description of this video. After watching that video, I guarantee you're going to become a Coastal Carolina fan. BYU, like Liberty, is one of the few independents remaining in college football. The Cougars have scored more than 40 points in 8 of their 9 games this season and have won their last 5 games by an average of 35 points. At one point, BYU was left with only 3 games on their schedule as conferences started to cancel their seasons during the summer or go to league games only due to the pandemic. BYU then had to build a schedule from scratch, one that hasn't included any Power 5 schools, which has definitely hurt BYU so far this season. But the Cougars' original schedule is being highly touted as the strongest the program has ever had, a schedule that included 3 Pac-12 teams, 2 Big Ten teams, and 1 SEC team. This game is huge for a number of reasons. First, let's start with BYU. For 2 weeks straight, they've been disrespected by the College Football Playoff Committee. Now, I'm not saying they should be in the top 6 or anything, but having them at 14 and then at 13 in the rankings was an absolute joke. Now, they get to prove to the committee and the country that they're wrong by scheduling a game against a top 20 team and traveling to play them on short notice. If BYU can win this game and do it in convincing fashion, they will essentially be giving one fat middle finger to the committee, which I'm totally here for. Now, should they beat the Chanticleers, I'm not sure that would be enough to get them into the playoff hunt. However, they would earn the respect from the entire country, and that should be enough to get them to a New Year's Six Bowl. This also is really going to help out Zach Wilson, the quarterback for BYU. He's currently having one of the best seasons in the country, and he's probably going to be a Heisman finalist. Personally, I have him at number 3 in my Heisman ballot. On the season, he's been putting up electric numbers, but BYU hasn't been playing anybody good. Now, with the chance to go on the road to play a top 20 team, if Zach Wilson can put up some really good numbers and have BYU pull off the victory, this could easily help his Heisman campaign. Now, I'm not saying that by winning this game, it's going to win him the Heisman Trophy, but by winning this game and having a really good performance, I think this will guarantee Zach Wilson a finalist spot for the Heisman Trophy. On the other side of things, this is now the biggest game in program history for Coastal Carolina. It was already going to be the biggest game when they were facing Liberty, but now that they welcome a top 15 team to their stadium, with the chance to show the entire country they're legit too, this is huge for Coastal Carolina. Just like BYU, a win likely wouldn't be enough to get the Chants into any sort of playoff consideration. However, they would prove to the nation that they're here to stay and that they are legitimately one of the best teams in the entire nation. For me, the only downside in this whole thing is that one of these teams has to lose. I've jumped on the bandwagon for both of these teams as they've both been having historically great seasons. It really is a shame that one of them will have to lose, but boy oh boy, is this going to be an incredible game. It's currently slated for 5:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU, which needs to change. This needs to be at the very least ABC prime time on Saturday night, no questions asked. A game like this being on ESPNU is straight up disrespectful to both teams. Hopefully there can be some scheduling changes so the entire country can watch this game, because I don't know about you guys, I don't know how many people have ESPNU. Well, what are your guys' thoughts on this game happening? What do you think of BYU being a team of their word and making this game take place? Drop a comment down below and share with me your thoughts. Also, drop a comment down below as to who you think is going to win this game. As of right now, BYU is currently favored by 10 points, and I honestly don't even know what to think of that. I'm going to be in Las Vegas this weekend and will be betting on this game, but I have no clue which direction I want to go in. I think BYU can come out and make a statement and win this game by a couple touchdowns, but with Coastal Carolina having home field advantage and having the crowd behind them, I could totally see them pulling off the upset, or at least keeping it within 10 points. So yeah, drop a comment down below with your score predictions and who you think comes out on top. If you haven't done so yet, please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the video reach more college football fans, and it really helps the channel grow as well. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and if you love college football, as I post a ton of great college football content on a weekly basis. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.
We've said from the beginning that we've been wanting to play, and so whatever people want to say, they can say. We're just super excited for this game, really, and how it came together such short notice. When they told the team, everybody was stoked and ready to go. So we're just excited to have a game this week, man.
And thanks to the Sun Belt Conference and to Coastal Carolina, who said, let's go. You know, they didn't have to play that game. You know, there's a lot of struggles and trials to try to put together a game like that. And we couldn't have done it without them. And I've said this all along, all season long, it takes two to tango. And we're just grateful that the Sun Belt and Coastal said, yes, let's go.